How's it going, everyone? John here at John's Sports Cards Collectibles, and welcome to a quick tutorial on how to do TTM or through-the-mail autographs to players. You can easily just send a card out and get it back signed by the player in just a few days by doing these following steps. The first step you're going to want to do is visit a website like sportscardforum.com, sign in, and visit their TTM manager. This will lead you to a page where you can find tons of addresses for players. All you have to do is type in their first name and their last name. Find the player you're looking to send to. Look for the address with the most recent successes as seen here. Look how many days they sign in and how many cards they will sign in. And you get to decide how many cards you want to send and if you want to send to that player based on how fast they send and how many cards they'll sign at a time. Next step you're going to want to do is write down the player address. When writing out the player address, make sure to include their first and last name, the street they live on, the city or town they live in, the state initials, and their zip code. And make sure to put as the return address your address and stamp it. Next step in writing out a TTM is to make an address to yourself from yourself. So make sure to include your first and last name, the street you live on, town/city, state initials, and the zip code, and do the same thing above here. And then also stamp this one and fold it in half so it will fit in the next envelope. The next step in the process is to write out a nice letter to the player saying a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how big of a baseball fan or other sports fan you are. Also include that you are writing this note to ask if they can sign the cards included in the envelope, and that you included a self-addressed stamped envelope so they can send the cards back to you. It's totally up to you if you want to either print out your letter or handwrite it. I usually go for printing it just so I can get a lot of letters out at once. And make sure you fold it so it can fit the envelope. The next step in the process is to take your card or cards, find a large penny sleeve to fit them in, and find a substantially thick top loader so the player can easily open it up and pull the cards out. Make sure you find one that doesn't allow the cards to fall out easily, but when you can open it, you can easily pull it out. Next step is to take the envelope that you have addressed to the player, take your letter, fold it up nicely, and put it inside. Take your return envelope, pull that out nicely and put it inside. And take your card and put it in the other side. And if the player requests a donation, as seen on the website, such as a player like Goose Gossage who asked for a few dollars per card, make sure to include your donation in cash in the smallest amount of bills as possible to cut back on shipping costs. Pretty much it. Once you send out the envelope either in your post office or through your own mailbox at home, you'll have to wait a little while for the player to get the cards and send them back, but you'll have your very own autographed card of the player. This is a really cool process that I like to do. I've been doing it for nearly a year now. I've gotten a bunch of successes back, and it's always fun to get more autographs in for the mail. Even though I may have autographs of that player already, it is just special that the player will personally sign them for you. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time.